ourselves susceptible to mental health crises, whether it's covered in false bravado, which will get you killed in the real world, on the street as a police officer, or criminal that pulls the gun first. But look, the podcast was dedicated originally to the memory of my deceased wife, Heather Davenport. We all know that story. Now, locally we do. Hey, Patrick DeHaan, Jim Devian 3 is alive and well again. Technology, wisdom, knowledge, study, learning, and sitting here like you've got to be kidding me, America. Depression, all that kind of stuff, it ruins lives. We put those walls up around that heart. We're not actually doing that. What we're doing is closing our brain off from the universe, and that's what leads to actual going crazy, or what we call it here in the real world, dementia. If you go back in time, when we did the tribes, when we did the communities, when we did what we're doing out here in western Clark County, Ohio, the village, the people, not the village people, the village of people. We are the change, and it's here. 7:41 a.m. local time, January 2nd, 2020. Forward. But hey, folks, this isn't any kind of anger. This isn't any kind of vitriolic nonsense. I'm not a politician. I'm a man who understands mental health extremely well, and I did before 2023. When I was CIT, CISM, when I was always trying to share those insights with people, and I did on the stupid Book of Faces, which is not real, people. That was not popular years ago. Your mind is a Linux box. Build it. Compile your own Linux distribution. I mean, do that kind of stuff. That's just the whole issue. When everything collapsed, it really was like, what in the hell is this? It's not sitting there playing blame games and nonsense. It's saying, look, as I showed you in 2023, and now that I've lost everything that I worked for and loved and cared for and blah, 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 except for, oh yeah, everything. My daughter, my home. Hey, Flagstar Bank, Hailstorm, Erica Kalura. Pretty simple, isn't it?
Happy birthday, Erica Kalura.
That was her voice then, and she's going to be working with you here in a few years. We don't stop, and it's not about anybody else. It's about life itself. So for anyone who does need whatever help it may be it a generalized podcast largely about being alive as a human like this and focusing on the real struggles that real people face every day, because no one fights alone. Although the people who think they do don't realize they're not fighting at all. They put those walls up around their connection to the universe, and what they ended up doing was closing themselves off to the world. Because, well, again, hello world. I'm Vitamin J. The body's a vessel. The brain is the electricity that flows through all of it. It's the energy. Energy does not die, it just changes form. So I'm not going to get into any kind of religion or anything like that, but the connections that I have just from life. There's the apothecary stuff, the shaman stuff, the Mahayana. And as I prefer it, the dude, because the dude abides. And so does Vitamin J. And again, Vitamin J is an ordained Dudism priest and included his own horribly painful life experience in the message read to the wonderful children who, well, they're not children anymore, and they have their lives, we have ours, you have yours. It's not about the past. When we sit there and stew and we point when we blame, and I'm back to talking in general here, I'm not talking about them, I only talked about them to point to the legitimacy of the ordainment. I hope you guys are doing well. Really do. Give that baby a kiss. Whatever I am to him. I do love him, and I'm a little concerned for him because I am the dad. But hey, it's this simple. Everything ended around Thanksgiving 2022. That was a bottom because that was when the realizations were sinking in. That's not a blame game on anybody's part. The only accountability that I am genuinely talking about lies with my former employer, because they have the hardest working, underappreciated, most legit human being police force pretty much anywhere. We put Uvalde to shame. Catholic Central hoax number 1, you heard from the Chancellor, because we had already cleared the building and double-checked it, because the training was paid attention to, and we take our job seriously. We're not there to listen to somebody else. We're there to serve and protect. Of course, that doesn't always happen. That's why some of the Mr. Chauvin stuff that I posted on that stupid Book of Faces, hey, that's real. When the COVID lockdowns were happening, America was actually kind of chilling out. Everybody went home, everybody stayed home, started watching their movies and hung out with family, and everybody was on social media and playing around on phones. We were all sharing the same pandemic experience, but guess we all know how that worked out, don't we, Springfield? For us. I need to get deposed. But hey, it's not about any of that. That is the past. This is the present. And the present is January 2nd, 2020 forward. So I do hope those who lay their head down at night wondering why they're not good enough or strong enough, pretty enough, handsome enough, funny enough, rich enough, smart enough, good, whatever. Please, whoever you are, wherever you are, no one in particular specifically, but everyone on earth could use it. Realize it's all in your head. Nobody owns another human being. And we recover from sicknesses. Being dishonest is not a sickness. It is a choice. And just like George Santos, perhaps when they're very clearly caught in clear lack of integrity, we don't need to take their jobs from them. We simply need to teach them what their job actually is. It's not my job to do that, but, I mean, we kind of do that at the ballot box. We do that at commission meetings. We do that at hearings. We can send letters to newspapers or websites or whatever. Folks, the bullshit is over. 2023 died. I'm happy again. And I really am 99 Mr. Rogers, 1 Rowdy Piper. And that 1% has always been kept for that explicit reason. Because I knew a long time ago the best way to get ready is to already be ready. So in honor of Mr. Beamer, sir, wherever that energy is tonight, I hope Jerry Julian's energy is also at peace. I know my Morticia's is, I know mine is, and I know our daughter's is. And for everybody else, I do wish you all the best. Not one person, not two people, not three, no. Literally, all 8 billion of us have every single right to be truly happy where we sit, no matter what. So if all this civilized whatever puts 842 Gomez, widower, police officer that, was doing it for genuinely serving others' reasons. Here's the problem. We don't get to choose who deserves to recover, heal, be happy, or whatever it may be, based on who we like or don't like, or who hurt our feelings, or who whatever. The scars on my body tell the damn story, just like the tattoo on the tricep. There will be a rising phoenix, a school bus, an 821 John incorporated into a wonderful design as I resume the work on at least the half sleeve. And folks, I take them vows seriously. I take that oath seriously. So, specifically to the people that know who they are, it's beyond time that the past dies. It's 2024. It's time for civility. It's time for respect. It's time for honor. It's time for healing. It's time for life. So to everyone on earth, whether in the village, in the tribe, one of a handful of folks that love their gossip, but they sure weren't in this house in 2023. And that wasn't about anybody else. That was about my daughter and I continuing our rolling forward, because we always do. It's great to be back in touch with you again, Valerie. It's going to make sense soon. Stay positive. The combination of the old Irish blood and the, on the mom's side, actual Native American, being born with an allegedly adopted sister. Folks, it ain't about blood, it ain't about money. It's as simple as just don't be a dick. And hey, stay positive anyway. Happy New Year, New Year, New You, right? No, New Year, same old me. You knew me. So, stay positive. I am happy again now. But hey, I'd be happy, we kick PTSD and depression's ass and we die smiling. I'll let you figure it out. Stay positive anyway. Peace, everyone. This podcast is not about Springfield, Ohio. It's about human life. Let's roll indeed.